Well, Arizona Senator Kyrsten Sinema says she is leaving the Democratic Party to become an independent. Sinema has been a holdout in many key Biden administration initiatives, along with West Virginia Senator Joe Manchin. She says she doesn't expect her committee assignments to change, only the letter after her name.
Registering as an independent and showing up to work with the title of independent is a reflection of who I've always been. And it's a reflection of who Arizona is.
All right, let's bring in NewsNation political contributor Chris Stirewalt. Chris, thank you for being with us. You know, Democrats, as you know, were counting on controlling Senate committees. So does Sinema's decision now change that at all?
No, this is a tricky one because it doesn't change anything in the sense that it looks like she's going to be like the other two independents who caucus with the Democrats. Bernie Sanders from Vermont, Angus King from Maine. She'll be the third one of those. So she is a Democratic vote and a Democratic vote for Chuck Schumer to be the majority leader of the Senate. And for organizational purposes, yes. But when it comes to her personal registration in the state of Arizona, where, by the way, she was facing a difficult primary in 2024, she will not be a Democrat. She'll be an independent.
All right. So, Chris, you mentioned Chuck Schumer there. What do you make of Schumer allowing Sinema to keep her committee assignments?
Well, what's he going to do? He could say no. He could say, I refuse. We Democrats refuse to have you. What would she do then? She would go be a Republican is what she would do then. And she would tip the Senate back to 50-50. And she'd make Joe Manchin the king of the Senate again. So they're going to grin and bear it, I assume, and keep the vote, even if they lose the name.
All right. Well, Chris, we have to talk about timing here because, you know, this announcement coming just days after Tuesday's Senate runoff in Georgia. And, of course, Warnock winning there, Warnock being a Democrat.
Yeah, so Democrats were so excited. The reason being that they beat Herschel Walker down in Georgia. Raphael Warnock returned to the Senate. Now they have a clear majority instead of needing Vice President Kamala Harris to break the tie every time to give them the majority. And they were going to get to tell Joe Manchin to go pound salt. But what happened instead was that, and we were all watching, what would Sinema do? Because she was his running buddy, his +1 on a lot of the occasions where he gave trouble to President Biden and the Democrats in Congress. Well, we said, is she going to become more Democratic or is she going to become more renegade-like? And here she is, an independent. So this was her reading the political winds. I don't want to take anything away from the sincerity of her choice, but clearly the political wind said tough primary ahead in the Democratic Party. She avoids that, number one. And number two, it continues to give her and Manchin leverage in the Senate as dissident Democrats.
All right. So, Chris, before we let you go, you just mentioned that tough primary that she will now avoid as a Democrat. Is there a chance that she'll be reelected as an independent?
Well, that depends on how weird the Republicans are. If the Republicans get their act together and have a normal candidate in Arizona, they shouldn't have any trouble in a three-way race where you would have Ruben Gallego, probably the Democratic congressman from Phoenix, as the Democratic nominee. He'd be favored to have that slot. You'd have Sinema running as an independent. That would give a normal kind of Republican like outgoing Governor Doug Ducey a great shot to win. On the other hand, if the Republicans stay weird and can't find a way to put mainstream, palatable candidates out, then Sinema really has a shot. So she's making a bet on that, it looks like.
All right. Chris Stirewalt, thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.